Hi there, it's Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com with a Wedding Layout Wednesday. So this is a series that I'm trying out for the new year, and I thought it would be a great way to motivate me to start doing my wedding pictures. I've been really nervous about doing my wedding layouts because I don't want it to look outdated when I go back and look at it, even though I'm probably sure it will. But I have lots of pictures to go through, and it's almost overwhelming picking them and sorting them and doing all that sort of thing. So my idea is to get those of you who started this hobby doing scrapbooking to get back into that are doing card making, to get back into scrapping your layouts. So today I'm doing a double page spread that is using 2 5x7 pictures and 5, I believe, 4x6s that have been scaled down and cut down. So I decided for this album to stick with a black and white theme and use my wedding color of purple or lilac as the consistent color all the way through, with all different shades of that color, just to add some interest. So this paper was a 12 by 12 paper that I've cut down to 6 inches, and it just helps use your pattern paper a lot more in your book without using whole big pages, and I find that can take away from your picture. And then what I did is I cut these 1.5 inch strips, and then I used this border punch from Martha Stewart. Now I'm not sure what the name of this border punch is, so it's loopy, and I actually bought it specifically for my wedding album. And then I just attached it down and made sure that they lined up on both sides. So that's the first layer to this scrapbook page that we're going to use today, and I'm just using my ATG tape to attach these. And I don't know what I did without this thing. It's become so part of my scrapbooking and card making tool, the one that I use the most, that I just don't know what I would do without it. So I'm just laying that down so that it matches up. Do the next one. And I don't know, I see all these beautiful layouts that only have 1 or 2 pictures in it, and I just can't justify doing a scrapbook with 1 or 2 pictures on a page. So I am really on a kick right now to find inspiration for layouts that are include lots of different pictures on it. So I hope that in this series you'll see that you can do layouts that are pretty, that do have a scrapbook look to them, and take advantage of lots of pictures. So here's my 5x7, and here's my 2 4x6s, and this page spread is me arriving at the church and just before I go in at the church. So that picture is going to go down here, and you can see it's 5x7, and I've matted it 1/4 inch all the way around with purple cardstock. And then I don't know if you can see the detail in it, that I have gone around and inked the edges using this ink here. So that's going to go down here like this, and this one goes here, and that one goes there. Okay, and then here are my other pictures. So another 5x7. Again, I've used purple to ink the edges. Another 4x6 picture that's actually been cut down to 4 inches by 4.5. And then 2 4x6 pictures. Okay, and that's what the layout's going to look like. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Cricut to embellish everything. So I'm just going to attach the pictures down. And I did a lot of front leg for this prior to the video. And it never occurred to me to use Design Studio to help me size everything in my Cricut, including the pictures. So for this layout, even though I don't have a 12 by 24 mat, I went in there and used that as my design base page and started making the measurements of the photo mats to come up with the design. And I can't get over how well everything starts fitting together in the Cricut or on your scrapbook layout when you're designing in this way. So I can only imagine how much fun that is to do when you have a gypsy to do that. Okay, so you can see that I've laid the pictures down, and then the last element is this embellishment. Now I don't know if the camera's picking up the detail, but this was cut out with Georgian Basic Shapes, and I ran this through a 5x7 embossing folder. That's an Asian inspired one, but I liked it because it could fit and it had a classic look to it. And then this Writing the Bride was cut out in purple, and I cut it out from the Sweethearts cartridge. So the other thing that I'm going to be really trying to do this year with my projects is to use the cartridges and the supplies that I have to make pretty projects without running to the store to buy everything. I'll let you know how that goes when I start looking at all the other great products that people have to work with out there. Okay, so there's my one side done, and now it's time to attach these. Now the other part to put down here, you can see there's a blank space, is this flourish, which was cut out. I don't know if you can see it very well. This flourish, which was cut out at, there, maybe that might show up. This flourish, which was cut out at from the Cindy Lou cartridge. Okay, and then this dove that was cut out from Beyond Birthdays to go on to there. So I'm going to attach that now. Actually, I better attach the pictures first. So again, I'm just going to use my ATG gun to do that. Okay, so there's the pictures glued down, and then here is my flourish that I have to go down there like that. And I'm just going to move this layout to the side for a minute and move this one here. I'm just going to use my glue pen. It's fast, quick, and quite easy to do here. And it's great for these types of flourishes. Now, this project was designed using the 12 by 24 mat, but I actually used my Cricut Baby Bug, my personal cutter, and cut these out on the 12 by 6 mat. So even though you're designing with possibly a mat size that you don't have, because you don't have the expression or that mat size, you can still use it to help you with your layouts and get everything scaled properly. So I went ahead and made this already. I can cut out the green there, and there's the dove. And the dove is just going to go on there like so. Okay, and then just bring the layout back over here. And I thought the finishing touch would be to add these butterflies. Now these butterflies actually come from the Straight from the Nest cartridge, and it comes from the shift key on the Butterfly Kisses page. So I haven't bought those pretty Martha Stewart butterfly punches, and again, my goal for the new year now is to be making my Cricut and using it, but getting inspired still from other projects. So I thought these butterflies, even though they don't exactly look like the Martha Stewart 3 butterfly punch, they have 3 different sizes of these. So I'm going to use those now on my layout, and I thought where I'd put some of them is up over here by the bride. So using my tweezers, now the thing is, you can add a bit of depth with the wings, but being that it is going in an album, it's most likely not going to be able to stay in there very well. And I like to do things with the rule of 3, so to make things asymmetrical, and now it's just deciding where that little butterfly is going to go. There we go. And there is my 12 by 12, my 12 by 12 Wedding Wednesday layout for this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Crafty, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.